In your vote tonight, it looks like Oregon voters are going to get to decide the fate of a controversial transportation law next November. Leaders of a grassroots movement say they have collected double the signatures needed to put this tax hike on the ballot. Today, Fox 12's Abby Davis talked to people on the front lines of the effort. And Abby, it sounds like they're getting a lot of support.
Yeah, they say this movement has really taken on a life of its own. Even though volunteers already have enough signatures, they're not stopping anytime soon.
We're getting 10 a page, and then I bring it in.
These days, Lisa's Furniture and Decor is more than just a Northeast Portland consignment shop.
I'll have customers come in, and I'll just ask them if they're an Oregon voter, and I'll say, hey, I have these petitions here. You're welcome to sign. And just about every one of them is like, yes, where do I sign?
Lisa volunteers for No Tax Oregon, the grassroots movement trying to overturn recent tax hikes meant to fund ODOT through a November ballot measure.
Most Oregonians like to save money, and it's too expensive for families to add more to our budget that way.
I've never seen this kind of response this quickly.
Republican Senator Bruce Starr says they've collected more than 150,000 signatures in the last 2 weeks, roughly double the number needed to put the legislation up for a vote.
I believed that we would get the number that we need in order to qualify. I had no idea that it would be this overwhelming.
Governor Tina Kotek signed the bill to address the Oregon Department of Transportation's $350 million budget gap. The gas tax is set to increase by 6 cents a gallon. Fees for car registrations, title fees, and more would also go up. Otherwise, ODOT says infrastructure will suffer.
You may not see the level of service you've come to expect from us in years past.
With the funds likely frozen until there's a vote, an ODOT spokesperson told me many employees worry how they'll be able to keep serving Oregonians. A concern shared by Governor Kotek, who spearheaded the bill.
How are we going to fund basic services at ODOT? They need to have an answer.
What we need is to prioritize spending within the Department of Transportation. It'll take legislation, it'll take, changing the law, but that's what legislators do. I intend to work across the aisle with my Democrat colleagues to get that done.
No Tax Oregon has until the end of the year to collect signatures for this referendum. After that, the Secretary of State needs to certify them. Senator Starr says it's better to have too many in case the state has to throw any out. Reporting in studio, Abby Davis, Fox 12 Oregon.